Well, the Diddy thing is happening.
Oh, yeah.
And you said that Diddy was targeted. Explain.
Yeah, when Diddy started doing lawsuits about this liquor company racially discriminating against him, that's when everything fell all down. Because Diddy, like, he's been accused of doing all of this stuff for years and years and years. So, like, why now? All of a sudden, there's a big media rush to demonize him, just all of a sudden. And I think it has something to do with that lawsuit he put out against that liquor company. And these are like big time billionaire people. So, you know, they're like, hey, we'll show you who to play that game with. We'll yank your chain.
Well, you could say that, but from my point of view, the Cassie lawsuit, when that got filed and everyone got to read through it, I read through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've interviewed Roger Bonds, who was the security and everything else like that. So I literally went through it with a fine-tooth comb. When that that lawsuit got filed and everyone got to read through it, and Diddy settled that shit in like 3 hours.
That opened the door.
That opened the door to a lot. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, well, you know, this is about money. And listen, every civil lawsuit is about money.
Of course.
Right? Because no one's going to jail over a civil lawsuit. So it is about money, but a lot of people were questioning, oh, why now? You were with him for 10 years and so forth. But then that video came out.
Oh, yeah.
When you saw that video, what'd you think?
Oh, yeah, he's done. That's the nail in the coffin. He's done. When that video came out, and they were sitting on that video for years. I think Perez Hilton said something, well, they recently paid and they raided the house and got that. No, I think they've had that video for years and they were just waiting on it to come on out or waiting for the right time to bring it out, which is, I think, for a lot of black people or people in general who are wealthy, they got some dirt on them and they kind of sit back on something and say, okay, when you get out of line, we can pull this out on you and bring you back to earth. So I think they've been sitting on that for a while and just waiting on the right time to bring that out on him.
Well, yeah, it was from 2019, I think.
I think it was like 2015? Something like that. I thought it was 2015.
2016.
16, okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, according to the lawsuit, Diddy paid $50,000 to get that video. But, you know, when you pay over extortion, people usually keep a copy for themselves.
Yes, they do.
So, I've always felt that way. If you want to extort me, just go ahead and put it out.
They don't do it anyway.
I'm not going to keep paying you for you to put it out anyways after I can't pay you anymore. So, you know, yeah, you know, and he put out the apology video, which a lot of people weren't too happy with. But, yeah, and right now he's being, you know, there's a grand jury. I mean,
they're gonna. Sounds like they're gonna do some kind of RICO on him. They got that one guy who they said it was his drug mule and all of that stuff. So when they're tying in, they're saying these things for a reason. They're saying drugs, trafficking. They're throwing these keywords out here so that potential jurors will equate that with RICO, racketing, organized crime. So they're gonna put some kind of weird RICO charge on the guy pretty soon, and that's unfortunate. You know, if he did something on an individual level, just, you know, treat them like that. But when they start getting black artists and doing all of these RICO charges, I'm not a big fan of that. Like R. Kelly, you know, I'm not some of the stuff R. Kelly was doing, I ain't cool with that. But to put a RICO charge on him, you know, that's something else.
Well, I mean, that's what a documentary will do to you. A documentary will bury you.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, 50's working on the Did He Do It documentary right now.
Yeah.
Because R. Kelly was living his best life up until Surviving R. Kelly came out.
Yep.
Think about it.
Yep.
In fact, he had his biggest hits after everyone saw that peeing video.
Yeah. When Step in the Name of Love, that came out, people forgot all about that.
Ignition, the Ignition remix. Like, yeah, no, R. Kelly was on fire.
Yeah.
And then that video, I mean, you know, the documentary really was like, because like law enforcement is reactive. It's not
prosecutors too. Was the prosecutor really trying to get his name up? What's that? The prosecutor's name in Chicago who was really
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
I can't think of his name, and I think he got indicted for something too. That prosecutor. So I think he was trying to do something big to get the heat off of him too. So it's a very interesting dynamic.
Do you think that Diddy will go to prison?
I think so. Unfortunately,
yeah,
I think so. Yeah, because the media propaganda against him is so heavy right now. And if they come out with a Diddy documentary, that's going to blow all the way up.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do now. So, yeah, I think they're going to have a RICO case against the guy.